I realize this mic is really good. Hey y'all, so I'm Nia. Welcome to my channel. This is NiaTalk talking to you. We're gonna talk about it. It's been so hard to make content because I'm not in my own space, and you're gonna keep hearing that this entire year. I'm gonna try to move past that. The year is almost over, but it is frustrating. The chat is open. I'm adding moderators daily because I want to do more lives. I like them a lot more. I did get a new phone, so we are testing out how the situation will be with this phone. If I don't like it, I will be taking it back. A lot of phones do overheat nowadays when you use YouTube. YouTube is a really, really big power source. I could get more equipment, but I'm just trying to work with what I have. I really liked my old phone, but unfortunately, it was time. That phone had to go. It was always dying on me. When I was in Italy, it literally like died on me almost every hour, which was really bad. I feel like phones, we could talk about that. This video is going to be a random video. This going to be organized. It's not going to be a main topic, but we will be skipping over things and talking about housewives, talking about me, talking about life, talking about this, talking about what we don't like, what we do like, talking about natural hair because I'm loving my natural hair. We're doing the things. We're doing the things. But yeah, so I did get a new device. I am going to be traveling more, and I just wanted to make more videos and travel. So I did get a mic. It feels okay. It seems a lot better, but I am a loud talker. So I'm trying to work on just not talking as loud as I normally do. I talk on my hands, I scream, I yell. Y'all know me. I do the whole thing. Hey, let me know how the sound is. I hope you're doing well. Let me know how the sound is. If the sound is like a good volume or not. I hope everyone's doing well. But I want to talk about the ugly stage of Black hair. We always talk about this ugly stage when in reality there is no ugly stage. It's just the fact that our hair is short. And it's short to white people. This is length. These are inches, baby. But to white people, they see this as short hair. Therefore, we assert short hair with ugliness. And I think that's where the confusion of masculinity and a Black woman's femininity gets confused. I feel like a lot of Black men are seen as hyper masculine in society because of, thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you. We got a new mic. Because society putting them in PRN and talking about, all the stuff in their pants that is big and using the art of white women as a fetish for people to buy online, people to, feed it into. I told you about the NFL as modern day slavery. It's disgusting. It's gross. I don't like football. I'm not, if you're into football and you try to date me, it's not going to go well, honey. It really is not. I'm going to put you down and put you out. I'm not here for it. That's just me. But I feel like Black men are allowed to be natural, but Black women are not allowed to be natural. And I think that's a conversation that needs to be had because Black women should be natural. Black women should be allowed to have their own hair and do what they want and express themselves. I want to get into hair and talking about the ugly stage, continue that topic. But there's two girls. If y'all know them, maybe y'all don't. They're called like the Solar Being is one of them. I don't really like her. And the other girl, I think her name is, I don't know, Quinn. I don't like her either. I feel like I looked at their beef online and I'm going to make a video about it. I think it's so dumb. It's so dumb. Quinn for suing those girls, dumb. Those girls for being CUNTs, dumb. They're not nice people. I remember commenting on one of the videos with those girls. Hi, I hope you're all doing well. I commented on a video of those girls and literally, they didn't even reply to it. They just put a timestamp in to answer my question. And I was like, that's not what I'm saying. I asked if you could return your product. And they decided not to answer it. And that said enough for me on how they do business. They're snarky, nasty girls. They may be from LA. I'm not sure. But those girls that do the star Afro puff, they're not nice people. And I understand what Quinn was saying. They're nasty. I don't know if they're from Cali. It's giving Cali vibes. Cali is fake, 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 fake. It's very, very fake. But I truly don't feel that all Black people have to come together just because they're doing the same thing. But I do feel you can give someone respect. You can give someone like, oh, I see you doing that. That's nice. You could do that. But I feel like with those Star Puff girls, they don't care. They're just about making that money. They want to act like it's really about hair when it's not about hair. It's not an art form. First of all, so many people have been doing this with hair for so long. So for them to act like it's, their creation is crazy. And for the other girl to act like it's her creation, it's crazy too. It is crazy too. Um, I'm not really cool with that. But I just want to say nobody owns a hairstyle in the Black community. Your hair is your hair. You can wear it how you want, but don't let someone else tell you that you have to give them props for this. You have to. That's like the whole, narrative when people talk about this race started this style, this race started that style. Say what you want to say. Black people started everything, period. But what I'm trying to say is you're still going to wear it. So does it matter? No, it doesn't matter at all. But let's get back into the ugly length. Let me say that. This is not an ugly length. This is a beautiful length. This is your hair, and you should love it. I've had to learn to undo the colonization and racism that is put on Black women when it comes to our hair. I love my hair. It's super healthy. A lot of people think it's locks, but they're not locks. It's just twist. And what I use is I use water and oil so that it has some bounce, it has some stretch to it. I keep it moisturized, very, very moisturized. I learned the best way to do your hair is keeping your hair moisturized. That is like it's my biggest thing for now that I've been learning, especially when you travel and you're in the air. Like, it's just like, it's a lot of stuff and it's not easy, but I want more Black women to wear their hair when it's called this ugly length. Once again, the ugly length is not a true thing. It's just a thing that somebody made up because of colonization and how white people make you feel about having a hair length that is not close to their hair length, not having a shape that's close to their shape, not having a texture that's close to their texture. It's something that's made up. And I want a lot of Black women to just put that aside. Act like that doesn't exist. Just start wearing your hair. And something that I do too is compliment a lot of Black women that wear their natural hair. I don't care if it's in a messy bun. I don't care if you just have it in two braids. I don't care if you have it in your protection style when you take your cap off and you just decided to wear it that way and you have your little twisties. Compliment a Black woman's hair. Compliment your own hair, because when you compliment, this is how I feel. When you compliment another Black woman, you're complimenting yourself. That's how I feel. That's how I personally feel. When I see another Black woman always giving compliments, I see that you're wearing this, I see that you're doing that, I see that you're being different, creative, fun. I always give a compliment because it makes me feel happy, genuinely. I don't just give compliments to get something out of someone. And that's something that I've noticed, especially with my career. I've noticed some people just compliment people to get stuff out of them, whether it's to get help with the job, whether it's to get help getting a job, whether it's to get help to get into a social circle. You know what I mean? Oh my God, now how would I feel if a white person got braids? If they were faux braids, I don't think. Oh, okay. I don't really care as long as they compliment Black people. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, you could do anything you want. You could wear an Afro wig. I don't care. Go ahead. If you're wearing it respectfully, if you're wearing it with love, I'm here for it. If you're wearing it to make fun of the hair, that's when I have an issue. I have an issue with people putting Afro wigs on to be a clown. I have to sneeze. Sorry, y'all. I'm also dealing with a cold, so that's why I'm like trying to make these videos. But I have a big issue with that. I have a big issue with people wearing locks and a Rastafarian hat as like crazy hair day. I have to sneeze so bad, y'all. Hold it together. Hold it together. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Because I have to sneeze. Y'all, I've been dealing with like a cold and I'm getting over it slowly, but it's still here. Who I have to sneeze? I'll be right back, y'all. All right, we're back. As long as they are giving respect to Black people, I don't have an issue. A lot of people do have an issue with like white women wearing like locks or whatever. And for me, as long as you are complimenting Black women, you're saying, I'm wearing your hair because I love your hair and I like, then we have no issue. We have no issue. Yeah, no, as long as you do it in a respectful way. It's the same way as I feel of interracial dating for white women and black men. If you are out here complimenting black women, if you are out here sending love to black women, supporting black women, not just black men, like I said, I have no issue with the interracial relationship. I have an issue with interracial relationships when it comes to a black man and a white woman because black men have a racial issue going on in their head. They have been affected by slavery in the worst way possible. They have lost their soul. They really have. They've lost their soul. It takes a very strong black man to understand what has happened to their ancestors and how it has affected them today. So a lot of black women, right? We realize how it's affected our hair, our health, childbirth, medications we take. We are even like just in general, like taking care of our physical well-being, socioeconomic issues. Like we understand that. We understand that. And we go about it in a different way. I feel like a lot of black men act out. They act out when they're upset at the world. They feel like they can't get nowhere. They get with a white person, disrespect them, take all their family's money, and say that they're doing better in life. When in reality, you're not doing better in life. You're just falling. You've fallen. You've given up on yourself, and you don't have to give up on yourself just because people are telling you to. Now, that's going to go into my next topic. Life has been lifing. Moving back home with my parent has been the worst decision I've made of my life. And I can say that. I really can say that. And I don't want people to feel bad for me. I don't want people to feel like they have to, you know, avoid moving back home. That's not it. I thought I was going to go into a welcoming environment. And then, like, after you don't live with your parents so long, you come back in and you realize, like, oh, they have not been living. They could be going through depression. They could be going through any terrible thing. And you realize they're not really living life like they should be. And you try to help them, but you can't help people who don't want to help themselves. So I have not been in the most comfortable place. And for me, my biggest priority in life is getting an apartment. Now, being in New York is so tough. You can get an apartment in Ohio, Indiana, North Carolina. You could get an apartment anywhere for like $900. For real. You could get a nice one too. That's the crazy part. You could get a nice apartment, but it's not going to be in an enjoyable city. It's not going to be in a diverse place. It's not going to be in a safe space. Most likely, I'll tell you, they put these nice apartments literally in the worst neighborhoods. I don't know why, but they do. And it's kind of like the same way in New York, where they've been, hi y'all, I hope you're doing good. I'm not your baby girl. They're not gonna say that. I don't know who you are. I'm not gonna say that. I felt like Mary Cosby for a second. But I do welcome you all to the channel. We have people in here, so that means there should be 5 likes and 5 new subscribers, right? That's what should be happening. That's what I should see. Once again, let's get back into the conversation of me being back at home. I don't want people to feel bad for moving back home, but I do want you to think about, like, is it the best decision you can make? Like, if you have to sacrifice losing $2K a month, will you do it? And I'm saying, heck yeah. But also, not a lot of people are making that nowadays. I mean, now I am. I'm making more than that. But still, not a lot of people are making that. This country has really gone downhill. This country has really been a sad thing to watch, a sad place to live in. I've been traveling a lot more and looking around in different spaces. Would I consider living in a different country? Yes and no. New York City is like the love of my life and my home. Like, I just love New York. Like, I love all parts of New York except for upstate. Upstate, we can get rid of, we can annex them. Thank you for apologizing. But I do hope you're doing well. We can annex them, put them somewhere else. Please get rid. I just wish upstate New York could just be there. And Staten Island, take Staten Island too. Don't nobody care. Don't nobody go over there. Take Staten Island, bury it. We're good. The rest of New York, which is Long Island and the boroughs, we're good. Except for Staten Island, like I said, could get the boot. We don't need Staten Island. We really don't. They don't give nothing. Everybody tries to avoid that place like the plague. No shade. Well, no, a little bit of shade. A little bit of shade. People avoid Staten Island. It's pretty bad there. They'd rather go to Jersey, honestly. So even that, like, having a career that's based in New York, that's really, really great, and thinking about moving to a different place just to live is not that easy. Even if you can, there's always something that's going to happen on your commute. You're not guaranteed to get to work on time, definitely. You're not guaranteed even to have a good day and getting back from work. So it's like not a great thing to live outside of base, if that makes sense. It's not too comfortable either when you have to like come to work a day early just to be at work. It's not great. It really isn't. I wish New York was more affordable for New Yorkers. I really do. And I'll even go to upstate New Yorkers, Long Island, whatever. I really wish it was more affordable. If my voice is so scruffy right now, I really am. I'm going through. Um, Thank you. Thank you for apologizing. But I don't want people to feel sorry. It is a crappy situation. I had an apartment that was amazing. And then I left it because I was taking on a new career. And my parents said that I was welcome to come home. But I didn't know there were stipulations. I would have to put up with a lot of BS. Let me say BS. And I'm not willing to do that to live with anybody. So the solution is to leave. And that's just what I'm doing. I've been getting, a lot of things in alignment to get out, but it's like not as easy as you think. Mainly for me, it's credit. Like I have all the money. It's just about credit. And in New York, they want you to make like 40 times the rent, and somebody who's making 40 times the rent is not going to live in a studio in Kew Gardens. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. It's not logical. A lot of us are getting, yeah, it's pretty cold out here. But that's it. That's all we're gonna talk about with me. So you will be seeing me in different spaces. Well, obviously because of my career, but at the same time, it's more so like I just don't like being at the place where I have my clothes at. I'm not even gonna say live there. I just got my clothes there. That's it. I got my clothes there. But moving on, Wendy Osefo, that's another topic to talk about. And I think about that in relation to my situation as well, where it's like you have a parent who is so money hungry. You have a parent who is just so like wants to be a millionaire or whatever. It's just weird, right? And they're so nasty. Wendy Osefo's mama is nasty. Like she is so nasty. And I think about how maybe I should do that in a separate one. Should I do that in a separate one and just put Wendy in like the I think I should. All right, we're gonna create a separate live because I think that one will be really good to talk about. But yeah, that's just an update. I hope Black Girl hears this. Keep going, take care of yourself. Your hair, your ugly stage is not an ugly stage. It's just the fact that it looks short to white people. Your hair is a beautiful stage at all stages. Bye y'all.